bars in a rave. Man, I go hard like Santan.
If you want to become a Touchline Frackers member, you can go to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Touchline Frackers. Lads.
Hey, Lewis, that is a festival of mistakes, bruv.
What did I say?
Touchline Frackers, bruv.
Hello, welcome to another Touchline Frackers podcast. My name is Lewis. Hello, Ellis.
Hey, you've worked on your delivery. I like that.
Alright, top of the table.
Wow.
Out the gate, boy.
Brian, how you doing, man?
Yeah, not bad, mate.
We got Anton.
Evening.
And we got a promotional contender from the Touchline Frackers North. We've got Dan.
Promotion?
Well, you're on trial, aren't you? Like,
right.
We're just seeing how you're doing.
He's here to plug the North Pod.
Listen to the North Pod, man. It's developing. It's doing better than it was when it started.
How you doing, though, man?
I'm alright, bro.
Yeah. Good. And we got a special guest, Dem, friend of the podcast. Demi, BBC boy.
You know, yes, Ala Madrid and BBC, right?
Ala Juventus or
No, Forza Juve. That's why I'm here, but let's move on,
before we start, let's be sure to use the hashtag Touchline Frackers. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page, please do so. Please do so. What am I stumbling for?
I wonder.
And then,
How many times have you done intros?
I don't know, loads
Over
of
the
times.
years.
But you know what? I'm always thinking of one stage ahead, so I was thinking of the Patreon page. But yeah, and if you want to
That's
become a
common
Touchline
with a certain condition that certain people have.
what condition is that?
Asperger's syndrome.
Well, thinking one stage ahead.
Thinking they're thinking one stage ahead, not actually being there.
Okay. Yeah, guys, if you want to become a Touchline Frackers member, you can go to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Touchline Frackers. Lads.
Hey, Lewis, that is a festival of mistakes, bruv.
What did I say?
Touchline Frackers, bruv. Why are you rattling? Why are you always rattling? Why are you always rattling?
Why is he always
Bare brave, like, but bare mistakes. Like, bare brave, bare mistakes.
every pod? I don't get it.
I'll edit that part out.
Guys were taking sips of water. We ain't even spoke about nothing yet.
Anyway, guys, let's start with today's game.
Which
Mark,
one?
how many goals is that for Man United now? 14 goals in 3 games, is it?
Is it something like that, yeah? So what,
So
first game was
6.
5.
So 15.
5, we got 4 today, and then how many did we
6
get
against
last?
Cardiff, right?
Was it 6 or
You
5?
lot got 6 against
I
Cardiff?
think it was 5.
Oh, right, cool.
5, 4 and 4, I think.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so is it 13?
I think, I'm not sure, man.
Wow.
We're
That's
scoring
great
goals, isn't it?
analysis.
Double
Yeah, that's the main point.
5, 5 and 4. What is it? 30?
No, he said 5, 4 and 4.
He said 5, 5 and 4, and you said 30.
It's all right. It's double
Don't worry about it,
It's double figures, man.
This is how we're starting.
They've scored a lot.
Yeah. So how are you feeling about Ole Gunnar?
We'll see how it goes, man.
You're a hard man to please, man.
I don't think I'm a hard man to please. Obviously, he is trying to play more positive football, and the players are reacting to that. We're seeing all the sound bites in the media, how happy he is with them, how talented they are. But let's see how it goes, man. I think he's coming at the perfect time, so he's got a few easy games to kind of bed in, help the guys build up their confidence again. But again, we'll see where it really counts. We've got Spurs coming up soon.
Do you think that was done? Do you think Jose was got rid of with these games in mind, that bringing in an interim, it gives him easier wins?
You know what? If it was any other board of a club that actually knew what they were doing, I'd say yes. But with us, I think it's just coincidence.
I don't know, man. Straight after the Liverpool game.
I think it's... Listen, man, they're too incompetent, man.
Yeah, because losing away at Liverpool, and I know all about that.
Yeah.
It's not really a sackable.
Yeah,
like, you're not really meant to go there and
It's not
win,
a
is
sackable
it?
offence. Like, it felt,
Unless it's 5-1,
still.
in which case it is a sackable offence.
It's 5, 5, 3 and 4. By the way, so
5, 3 and 4 and 12. Yeah,
12 goals.
So we'll see. Those are the games that we will ultimately decide what happens with him. But it's good to see our ballers balling out again. Our shit guys are still shit, but they look less shit because the team is kind of being a bit more aggressive and going for it rather than waiting to get
So
that.
what are the key notable differences that you're seeing? Because for me, it looks like Pogba's got a clear role in the team now. Like, there's a defined position for him. He seems to be getting in the box. He's got a more advanced role.
He's
been
playing.
given license
He's
to
playing
do
further
what
forward.
he has
He's
to.
been allowed to do the things that come naturally to him. See, we've always kind of wanted him to be more of a controller, and he showed with France that he can do it. But I think in his head, he more wants to get the ball, make defense splitting passes, carry the ball, shoot, score goals, create chances, and he's been allowed to do that. Still got Matic in there, who looks slightly better, but he's still Matic.
At least he's giving you 15 minutes a game.
He's still Matic. Herrera just running around, but the guys you can clearly, like I don't want to use the description I used in the chat because that's a bit harsh, but you can clearly tell like with the players a weight has been lifted and they're playing with a lot more freedom. Everybody's happy, and yeah, long may it continue. Like Rashford,
He look good.
it's like night and day. So it's crazy because obviously we all know what he was on when he burst onto the scene. Then he had LVG to the end of the season, and he's had Jose for the last two and a bit seasons. And that's, it made us doubt him a lot, myself included. He's earned some justifiable nicknames, but he looks like a completely different player. Again, back to who he was when he first started. He's taking guys on, he's beating them, he's creating chances, he's shooting, he's getting into dangerous positions, holding the ball up, using all his attributes. And yeah, I'm glad.
What were some of those nicknames?
Trashford is the main
That's
one.
the main one.
That's the main one, yeah.
It was quite valid. Like,
Yeah.
Some of the one-on-one misses that he's missed like this season.
Wait,
and-
he missed one today as well.
Like, he missed one today, like, but today was like, you know,
but
he
striking the
needed
chances,
he
isn't
needed quality to score today's one, so that's fair. But like all the other ones, like,
What does that mean?
it means that I would expect a better striker than him to score that. I would expect Aguero to score that. I don't expect
He's
Rashford
not a
to score that.
finisher yet. He's a
Like,
baller.
This is the
Would
one
you,
where
would you not agree? You don't expect Rashford to score like did you see the chance?
I think
I did see it. It's one where he tried to dink it.
He should, he should have got a better dink on it, like with his left foot. I don't
What
expect
was
Rashford
that
to
thing
score
you were
that.
saying before? And what the vast majority of his goals are like one-touch finishes, right? So they're all
Instinctive.
instinctive. Yeah.
Even the assist, it was instinctive. The ball was bobbling. Like when he's thinking instinctive,
It was
it's better.
improvising, innit? Yeah. And it was good.
And I wanted to say, Pogba kind of feels like the manager on the pitch. Do you know, like
He is the boss. Yeah,
It feels like he's the caretaker. Like I saw a player came on and Pogba was telling him what to do. I was thinking, but how do you know that Ole wants you to do that?
Yeah.
Because
he doesn't.
I think in modern football, like say with Zidane, a good manager knows where his strengths are in it. So if I know I've got an intelligent player that's more quality than everyone, I know I can trust him, and the players around him are going to trust him. So
Yeah.
I know I can give him this form of authority, and I know he'll make the right things. And if he doesn't, then there's not a big issue because I can then take the heat off him after that. Whereas Jose, he doesn't want to give people that responsibility, but then he wants them to take the responsibility when it's gone wrong. So people are automatically going to hate him.
And it feels like, do you know, like the old United youth team? It feels like obviously Pereira's there, Lingard's there,
Pogba.
so it feels like he's the leading, he's the captain leading the charge, and like United just looks so much more expressive. Like everyone just looks free. They're darting about.
Yeah.
They're not playing on one side of the pitch. They're all kind of coming interlinking.
Yeah, Martial's even making plays on the right.
Do you know what I noticed is a big difference from when like when United were playing under Jose, it's like the pitch was separated into like 11 areas.
Yeah.
And each player had their own area.
they had to do
and
what-
you can't go in here, you can't come in yours.
With the battle within your area.
Every pass has got to be 15 yards. Now you can pop 3 yards to someone, get
Yeah.
it back. Like players are near each other. You can play as a team. Whereas under Jose, they didn't have that luxury.
Yeah.
And it's damn hard to play, especially at that level like that.
So how much of it do you think is Ollie's direction? How much of it is the players are like, you know what? Like, I'm now free.
I think
the shackles are off.
50-50. Look, Manchester United have better players than what? At least 16 teams in the league. Yeah? Or say 15 teams.
Yeah.
15,
Maybe
16
even
teams
more.
in the league. So with the right instruction and the right license, they'll beat those teams. Jose was basically at some points cutting off his nose to spite his face. Like he was fighting fights he didn't need to fight, trying to do things he didn't need to do. You don't need to have 10 men behind the ball when you're much better than your opposition at home. It's not necessary.
Yeah. Pogba alluded to that in the game because they asked him literally, what do you think the difference is? And obviously this is prime time for him to kind of take shots. He didn't say his name, he said the other manager would tell us to do things, but this time we could just be free, we could have fun. You know, we
They're
could play
all
and all
saying
that
it,
stuff.
they're all saying it.
I think he's
Yeah.
justified when he takes shots at Jose.
100%.
I think he is.
I don't really think he is, man. I think he is because what Jose never gave him the platform to play to the best of his abilities, but wanted to still scapegoat. The thing is,
Yeah.
Jose was a problem, But Jose was never going to turn around and admit his faults to the players or to the media. So
Or
he
try and amend them
Who's
either.
the easiest person to scapegoat?
Yeah,
the guy
the
the
biggest.
British media already have their back on.
And,
So Pogba,
and Jose name drops. At the drop of a hat, Jose will name drop. So why not take shots?
When
Yeah,
Pogba
that's what I
first-
think. If you can give it like that, then
Yeah,
it's fair
When
game.
Pogba first came and they were trying to turn on him, he was like, "Why are they disturbing Pogba? He's a good kid."
Do you remember that press conference?
That's the result.
Yeah, and then how did they repay him? With shit performances, bro. 2 seasons, bro. Nah, man.
After results slowly started turning, he thought, let me just go for the easy target. Let me blame Pogba. Bringing in McTominay. Do you want to win or do you just want to prove a point? Like, do you just want to prove a point? So I want all of them to take shots
But
at
do you
him.
know what it is, yeah? Like, because I think there's been a few times this season where United have won a few games in a row, and then I feel like he's kind of shot himself in the foot a bit. Like he said some comments about Martial before, Rashford, I think.
Yeah,
It was
Some
Rashford's under the
of
bus.
them have been clever media. Like media have released comments that were made before, after something.
Yeah.
Saying, like they're just like pulling the plaster off.
Yeah,
and shit.
but I just
Like,
don't think there's obviously not going to be any danger of that happening now, unless obviously the media are conspiring against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, which I don't.
Nah, he's a media darling, clearly. Like, so
Yeah.
I think he's smart enough and he's a nice guy enough to keep his bread buttered.
He
And
knows
if
his position.
Yeah, if he wants that full-time job,
Yeah.
he has to have these players on side. Probably Pogba especially, because United can't afford to sell Pogba.
Yeah.
And most teams can't afford to buy Pogba.
And
so-
he looks like he's running things as well. He just looks like Pogba's running
the boss,
things, man.
The boss. Even in his bad times, he was still our most creative player, the guy we looked to make things happen, and that's only going to continue, really.
Have you seen enough then from Ole, like after 3 games?
No, nowhere near enough. But we'll see.
No.
Like,
Do you know what it is?
I had no opinion. Like when people found out it was Ole, people talking like Cardiff, blah blah blah. I literally had no opinion. Obviously, I'm kind of drained. The last 2 years have been.
This is what I'm
draining.
thinking.
So I was just like, you know what?
You sound very drained.
I know, like, he doesn't want to get too happy just yet.
Well,
He doesn't want to get happy
The last
just
2
yet.
years.
I'm in a therapy session.
The last 2 years have been draining. So I was literally like, I'll just take him at face value. If I like his processes, his philosophy, and the team ends up playing better with him under the helm, then he can have the job. And
Yeah.
that's literally what I'm going to judge him on. But for me, still the guy I want is Poch.
Yeah.
Until proven otherwise.
Yeah, you got Newcastle next and then Spurs afterwards, which is going to be the real test.
That's at
So-
Wembley, yeah?
To be honest, you
No,
know.
I think you've already played.
You've already played them a bit. No,
No, they got beat at home. They got done at home.
Yeah,
bro.
they came
they're going Wembley. now.
I think certain teams you're
Yes, at
better off
Wembley,
playing at Spurs at Wembley. Yeah, man. Like, the crowd don't really get behind them there. Like they got 30,000, 40,000 crowds. Like
I just think that so far Newcastle's probably going to be the toughest game that they've had out of the 4 easy teams.
They're going to be hard to break
is
down.
Newcastle away?
Yeah.
So that would
They
be
are hard to break down.
like that would be probably
Harder than the other.
the other 3 teams just kind of
I-
lay
I-
down
I-
and died, didn't it?
Yeah.
I expect to beat them, though.
And Rafa,
I expect you lot to beat
but and
Newcastle.
Rafa Benitez will set up a team against a big team to try
He
and take
loves
the
it.
result.
He loves it.
He loves those
But
results.
Newcastle aren't looking too clever.
But the thing is,
this season, are they?
I think Rafa is picking his fight. So instead of going all out against Man United,
He
Okay,
may
yeah,
rest a few
picking his
players.
battles, yeah,
He's
yeah.
strategic about the game he goes for.
I think he's gonna.
But like the real acid test is the Spurs game, like the
Yeah.
proper one, like because we still
I
see
wouldn't
things.
be be surprised if we lost to them still. But what you want to see is progress. That the gap between us.
Yeah, you
and
got
them
Dick
is-
3-0 at home
Yeah,
by
yeah,
them
yeah.
earlier.
Yeah,
so, you know
yeah,
what I mean? 2-1 and it's...
Yeah, then you're seeing
Yeah.
positive signs.
But I mean, you're. I'm just looking at the table now. It's 8 points behind top 4.
really,
You're already with
Like,
3
obviously,
points behind
like
Arsenal.
this period,
It's ridiculous.
like everyone's been dropping points, and I think when we won us, what was our middle game? Who did we play before we played Bournemouth today?
Huddersfield.
When we won that, I was like, let me go through the table. Let's see what's going on. We're far behind everything.
But you're not.
You're not that far
Like,
behind.
you're far off the good stuff, but like
We're far. How many points are we behind the fourth? The team in fourth.
8. That's
8
a
points.
minor. That could be.
I
That
don't
could
think it's a.
be
I think I would have said it was a major thing under Jose.
with
but-
Chelsea to play at Old Trafford as well.
But also,
But
Chelsea have got to go to Anfield. They've got to go to United,
Emirates.
and they've got
they got to go City as well.
and they've got to go
We
City.
have to play City. We have to go to Anfield as well, don't we?
Yeah.
So we also kind of have
Obviously,
to play each other.
And I
But
have to.
it's-
Anfield. I mean, Liverpool coming to you.
to
lot.
Old Trafford.
Yeah, beat us, man.
So come on. Is it doable?
For now, I still say no.
Too much.
Yeah.
He's not giving anything away, man. He doesn't want no optimism, no
No, not
hope.
at all. I just don't.
No, but who is it? Who is
Do you
it?
think- So who's spot?
That's the thing. Like, who is it? Like, I don't think Spurs are going to drop out.
No, it's not Spurs.
It's volatile.
It's between United and Chelsea.
And
See where it is.
And Chelsea, don't forget January transfer window. So our main thing is a striker. You don't know what's going to happen.
Are you going in for one though? Is that
But
the-
what
is that-
strikers?
No, it's 'cause
become
Giroud's
available
injured.
If they
in
get a
January?
ban,
Giroud's injured now.
Who are you going to get in January though? As a
I'm not
striker?
saying. I'm just saying that it could be solved. So, like, when it comes down to it, I think 8 points now is nothing just because of the date.
And how much time?
And
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
And do you know what else as well? Yeah, see Sarri's refusal to rotate his teams. That's going to come back to bite Chelsea at some point. It has to. You you can't play in the Premier League like that. It's impossible.
But the tough run of games is over now, right? There's been the 4 games in
What do you mean?
14 days or whatever.
gonna
Like,
get to that.
after
Yeah. Oh,
after the
okay.
next game, I think there's like a 10-day break or whatever. In the,
Still though, we've still got
Fatigue
other
still kicks in
we've
when
still
you
got
play
other
all
competitions
season.
to play. We've still got Europa League to play.
But is
are you lost on the
FA
League
Cup
Cup
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's
We're
like
in all
Cup,
cups.
FA Cup.
We're in
Isn't
all
it
cups.
this period of the season that they always consider as the reason why Prem teams tend to do worse later on in the season, and then Prem players
Yeah, 'cause
when
they
they're going
burn
into
out
summer-
by
the
months,
summer
they burn out.
tournaments
And-
as well.
And
they're
if you
feeling
think
it.
about it, that happened in Napoli, and that was in Italy, where they have a winter break.
Exactly.
So, and that happened in Italy. So obviously,
like last season.
yeah,
Yeah.
for Sarri. So if he doesn't learn, and like he should have learned because it happened to him last season.
They drew like 4 games in a row
Yeah,
at
and,
some point.
Yeah, and
Cost
everyone
themselves
around him was
the
saying,
title.
"But why
fair,
don't
they,
you do
they
it?"
did have a ridiculous amount of points.
Yeah, they
last season,
did.
though,
They
like,
did. But
Yeah,
what we're
yeah.
saying is, look, if
They could have won
he
if he had rotated.
other games that he didn't really need to go full strength, like when they're playing the Crotones and that of the
Yeah.
world at home,
Yeah.
and Benevento, like, and he's
no
playing
no.
the same team every week, and then you're drawing 2-2 at home with Empoli and shit like that.
I do hear your point. I just
So
think 91
let's go
points.
around. So who thinks we're going to get top 4 then? If we just go around.
I don't think you get top 4.
I don't think you're gonna get it, but I do think it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's,
It's
doable.
Yeah.
You could do it.
Doable.
That's a different question.
But I don't think we will.
It's not happening. I don't think they're going to reach the level of Chelsea.
But do you know what? It's so.
or
Do you know what I
Spurs
don't like
this
about
season.
it is because generally people are in the moment. Like it's 8 points. That's nothing. 2 games. United are in a winning streak. Your last 3 games. Anything can change. Before everyone was like, "Oh, Spurs can win the title." Now they lost in the last game. You remember? Yeah. The tears. I told you that. Yeah, exactly. So anything can happen. It depends on form. But right now, obviously, United are winning games. Chelsea won the last 4 and 5, but someone could just like fall off, and then United are in it.
Let's go on to Chelsea.
Look, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal went 1,000 games unbeaten.
How many points are we behind you?
3 points.
That's what I'm saying. Man.
We're 8 points. We beat Tottenham in the middle of that run. We're 8 points behind them.
You know that season when we
Yeah, and you stay sick forever.
Arsenal fifth, win fifth.
I told you.
Draw fifth.
Second most pointless unbeaten
fifth.
run in the history of football.
When I spit bars in a rave, man, I go hard like Santan.